Welcome back to a new portfolio update for December and January. In this update, we will discuss mostly the transactions I made the couple of months and especially the last weeks. So, welcome back. Happy New Year. It's been a month, of course. It's now the 10th of February, so a bit late, but I was planning on doing an update every quarter, but I decided that I will do it every month, but then a small one. And every quarter we do a bigger one with discussing dividend, discussing profit, etc. So for now, let's take a look at the market as it is. There was quite a bit of unrest in the market with multiple things going on. The leaders are saying certain things, and there's AI bubbles, they say. Although some assets are still quite high. For example, the asset we are now looking at, the Eurostoxx 50, the best 50 stocks from Europe, yeah, it's still very high. And if we look at FUSA, which is the S&P 500, it's still quite high. So I'm still waiting for the ETFs to go down a bit further to buy them. For example, we now see that it's still, yeah, it's getting closer, but it's still above the red line. And as you might remember from last video, I try to buy on or below the red line just to have a better average buy-in. So let's take a look at the global market, and we will see that this is also an ETF I'm watching. This is not the best 50 stocks from Europe, but more like 500 of them. So you get a better spread. Now, then we have Google, also on my watch list, but yeah, it has an amazing rise. So it's still not a buy, and I do not have it in my portfolio, so I cannot sell. But we will keep a close eye on this one. Then we have Microsoft, and Microsoft, as you can see, is quite interesting. Even on the higher time frames, yeah, it's a decent sell-off. I'm not sure why it was the case, but I heard something to do with, yeah, not that great earnings, although it says it's green and there's profit there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. In my eyes, Microsoft is always a buy. It's a long-term growth stock. And as you can see, if you just buy in when it's red, there's a high chance you will actually make profit in the long term. So we actually bought this 2 times in the last weeks, I think, and I will show that soon. Then we have Nvidia. Well, Nvidia is still too high, so not interesting. I did sell some stocks with this one, so yeah, we took some profit. Apple also quite high, as you can see above the red line. So I actually sold this position for a nice profit, and now I'm waiting for a new chance to get in the market. Then we have Meta, still interesting. It's still around the red line. I bought this as well 2 times, as we can see in the transaction soon, or maybe I bought it 1 time. Tesla is still too high. I want to buy this on a lower time frame or on a higher. So I wanted to buy it at maybe 270. Then we have Amazon. Amazon also had a very strong sell-off on the 4-day, and now we are here. So yeah, I bought this one, the first position. So I'm looking if it's going up right now or if it's going lower, then I will buy more. Then we have Bitcoin. Of course, this is more an update for the stocks, but we can have like a global talk of the market. And we see that crypto in general is selling like crazy. A very high rise and then a very steep fall. To be clear, I'm actually buying Bitcoin in low amounts because there is risk here, of course. You never know for sure, but it has a lot of long-term chance to do something special. The same, we see the same with other crypto stocks, even worse. We have Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about this one? I mean, if you can trade, this is with these setups are quite nice. I mean, this is a good time to step in, but on your own risk, because I mean, it can also go lower. You never know for sure with crypto. Then we have other coins like the altcoins. They're all doing nothing. High rise and very steep fall off. Amazing. And then we have silver and gold. It's parabolic. Even gold in euro is, or on this yeah, platform, you cannot see. Wait, let me check for a bit. So now we can look way in the past, and we see from 1933. You see it like 27 USD, and look at this rise. Amazing. But what goes up very fast almost always comes down very fast though. Be careful with this. Okay, that's the global market. Let's take a look at all the transactions. So the transactions I made from December and on. The last time in the last update we discussed Ebro Foods, which I sold. It was giving me dividends, but not a lot, and it was risen with a couple of €100. So I took the profit and yeah, decided to do it in something else. Like Coinbase, we bought this stock 6 January because the crypto was selling off, and yeah, it's like a place where people can buy crypto, where they can hold it. So it's like an exchange, kind of the same as the Giro, but then more focused on crypto. That one is interesting, but I would not be surprised if it goes lower when crypto also goes lower. So yeah, I'm just patiently watching, and maybe I'll buy more when it's even on a very high sale. Then we have Koninklijke Ahold Delhaize. That is for a Dutch company with the food. We sold this one. Yeah, it hit my stop loss, and yeah, I took the profit. Then we have Meta. That was a buy, like I just showed you on the technical analyst. Meta was a buy, and since it's a long-term stock which has my interest, I will just buy it. The same goes for Microsoft, as we can see, like on 30 January, we go to Microsoft. We go to 30 January, like here, like this period. You see, it's a huge sell-off, and yeah, then I get like an alarm, and then I can decide to buy it, yes or no. And like I said, Microsoft is also a long-term interesting stock, so I will buy this one. Apple, I sold it for a profit, but now we're waiting for a new moment to step in. American Co is the I think for medical supplies, this one has also risen for a bit, so I took some profit. I still have a position. Same goes for ASML. This one also went parabolic. Let me take a look at it. Let me show you. Look at this, bam. And I think I bought it at, I mean, between here, somewhere here, I bought it. So I had three stocks ASML, and I think I sold one. Yeah, I sold one for €1,200, and I still have two left, I think. So that's fine. But I mean, this is the thing, guys. Dividend is nice to have because ASML is also giving a very small amount of dividend. But even if it's like 5% every year, it cannot beat like a price increase of 20%, for example, because that means 4 years of dividend. So I would rather take a nice profit from growth than that I hold the stock for the dividend, if that makes sense. Then we have Deutsche Post. This one also is quite high. So again, took some profit from the table. Same goes for a Samsung. This one also went parabolic. And yeah, that is the thing we do, of course. We play with this. I think, yeah, this one. So you see the same as ASML, like a very high rise. I think I also bought Samsung somewhere below 800 of, I think, maybe below 900. Yeah, now it's risen for quite a bit. And Samsung also gives a very low dividend compared to the stock price. So then it's better to take some profit. I mean, on the 8 day, so very high, maybe on the month, you see like bam. And this is mainly because of AI and technology chances in the future, and that's all fine. But I rather buy when nobody wants it, of course, than now everybody wants it and you pay a very high price. So we also sold this one, and I still have one left, so that's fine. Amazon we bought because that's a good buy-in right now. We bought Intuit, which I found through Simply Wall Street. And this is a company that I'm not that familiar with, but it had a good score. So let's take a look at it. As you can see, it has like a green snowflake, which means it's quite good. I also checked some other things like ownership. What I have noticed that if the Vanguard Group and BlackRock are like the top holders of a stock, and they also bought recently, then it's a good buy. Let's leave it to that. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. That is how I think about it. I do not want to think about it that much. I just look at a couple of factors and I think, okay, well, that seems like a good buy, and I put in some money. I also did not buy this in a huge amount. It was 1200. Now, €1,100, so not very high, and we'll see if it goes lower, I buy more. Then we have Qualcomm. I already have this one in my portfolio, and we have added on top because it was on quite a sale. Yesterday I bought Microsoft again to lower my average, and like I said, Microsoft is now on the technical side a very good moment to step in my opinion. So then I'm not that worried. Even if it goes lower, I will probably buy more. Then we have International Seaways, which has like a fleet of ships. And this one gives a nice dividend, but it has risen quite a lot. And so again, I took some profit, and now we can use that cash to buy other stocks. So yeah, this month was quite interesting for me because I have like these periods where I do nothing for months and then I do everything in like a couple of weeks. So this month was like that. But to be honest, I want to do this much more because I really like it, and yeah, there's so much potential. So much other companies to discover and to invest in. So we've reached the end of the video. For now, I'm watching the ETFs, and I hope they will come down soon. And what I also want to mention is that this is something I really like from a trading view, is you have all these alerts. So for example, I've made a Google alert. If it comes down to the red line, it will give me like an email or a prompt, and then I can act on it. So that's really nice. And like as you can see, I have many stocks open. Well, for my doing. Of course, there are traders out there who have maybe like 100 alerts open. I don't know, but I'm just an average citizen. So that was it for this portfolio update. I hope it was cool to see, and I hope you learned something from it. Keep in mind that this is of course what I do. So make your own choices. You are responsible for your well-being and your financial situation. And let me know in the comment section what you liked and what you're doing by yourself. And I will see you in the next month update. Bye bye.